Allahumma barik wa sallim nahmadu wa nusalli ala rasulihil karim amma ba'. Rasulullah SAW has said, the heart of an old man always remains useful with regard to two things: love of the world and inordinate longing about the distant future mishkat. Rasulullah SAW has said, the heart of an old man always remains useful with regard to two things: love of the world and inordinate longing about the distant future mishkat. Rasulullah SAW has said, the heart of an old man always remains useful with regard to two things: love of the world and inordinate longing about distant future mishkat. We have discussed in detail under the preceding hadith that the terms dunya or the world signifies love for wealth, which has been repeatedly condemned in the Quran and hadith. In this hadith, Rasulullah SAW has admonished us about another very important matter, the truth of which can even be verified by experience. It is common observation that the love of world increases with old age, and one begins to entertain much higher hopes regarding distant future. The older a person grows and the nearer his hour of death approaches, the stronger his ambitions grow concerning the marriages of his children, the building of lofty mansions, increase in property and extension in the estate, etc. It is therefore necessary to guard oneself against one's own greed. In another hadith, Rasulullah SAW is reported to have said, man grows old, but two things remain young in him: greed for wealth and desire for long life. Mishkat, desire for long life is just another name for high hopes and expectations about distant future. For as a man grows old, his hour of death approaches nearer. He engages himself in preparations for his life even more desperately, as though he were to live here forever, and he is least prepared to meet his death. Once Rasulullah SAW drew a square by way of illustration. In the middle of the square, he drew a long line which went out even beyond it. Then on both sides of the middle line, he drew some small lines reaching up to it. The divine ulama have given various description of the diagram, of which the following diagram is easy to understand. The Prophet then said, pointing to the middle line, this is the man, and this, the square which is surrounding him on all sides, this is death. He can by no means escape it. This, which goes beyond the square, is his hope. He entertains hope that he go on beyond his fixed period of life, and these small lines are the misfortune, ailments, accidents, turns of fortune, etc. that haunt him at all times, each small line representing a misfortune. If one misses him, the other seizes him, and above all, death surrounds him on all sides. But hope goes beyond the period of his life destined for him. In another hadith, says that once Rasulullah SAW put his hand on the back of his head and said, this is his death hovering over him. Then he stretched out his arms and said, these are his hopes stretching further and further. According to another hadith, Rasulullah SAW once said, in the beginning of this well-being of this ummah was based on his firm belief in akhirah and disregard for worldly things. And first thing to cause his corruption will be negodliness and inordinate longing about the distant future mishkat. May Allah give us tawfiq to put all this into practice and convey to others. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun al mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.